What's going on, you guys?
I'm Bri.
And I'm Ninja. And this is Bri Ninja Network.
So annoying.
Oh my gosh, you just mad. We just came from the Atlanta Music Festival. The Jazz Music Festival in Atlanta.
And he thinks he's a musician now.
I don't think I'm a musician. I made music before, girl. Walk it in the... What? Okay. Let's not go back to that, though. Anyways, we got a lot to talk about, guys. What episode 36 came to conclusion. We wanted to... we'll keep the same format for the most part, but, things will change up because a lot of the things we're going to talk about will be different. So,
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Oh, boy. Let's start there. So, it's over.
It took us a week to process.
It didn't take me a week. I processed that night. We made a video that was kind of like a unfiltered review, but now we have had a week to process and we kind of give you guys. All of us needed to decompress after that because, episode 5, we pretty much said it wasn't going to get better after that. There was no way it could get better after that. We predicted it. Everyone predicted it. When Danny destroyed everything.
Mad Queen.
Yeah, Mad Queen. She's now broken her silence since the end of the show, saying that wasn't even written. She didn't even know that was how it was going to go down.
Well, they never know until they have the table read. But she admitted that it took her a minute to process that that's how her character was going to end. She was going to go out mad and the love of her life was going to
take her out. Yep.
I wasn't too mad at her turning into Mad Queen. I think it was like the twist that we needed in the show, in this season.
I think it was a twist that we knew. Even in our old video, we talked about it. We said that John would be the one. Yeah, John would be the one. I said Arya or John gonna be the one to take her out. And sure enough,
you predicted that she was gonna get mad. Period.
Yeah, when she was in that room by herself, not eating and stuff, you can kind of tell she had Arya off her wagon. She felt like John betrayed her.
To kill her, we got Arya, but the only way that she would have had her.
I said the story way as a reader, it was gonna be John, but I thought they both would die, like Romeo and Juliet style. That's what I said. But John ended up just being exiled to the forest, or back to Castle Black.
That is the only thing that
he ran off to the forest. I don't know. Bri's the only one who's upset. I understand. I feel like I was upset at first because it puts John exactly where he started. He started off a bastard, banished to the wall because he's a bastard, and then that's just the way it was. And then he goes through this whole adventure, finds out he's the true heir.
Exactly.
He becomes the king of the wall. He becomes like the leader of Castle Black first. Becomes the leader of Castle Black first. Right. Then he becomes the king of the North. Then he becomes out, I'm actually the king of everything. But the entire time, John says, I don't want none of this. I don't really want it. So him not getting it is the part where I'm just like, okay, I get that. Because if he doesn't want it
either, though. So that argument.
The Bran has superpowers. Okay? So that's another thing. I did say Bran was going to make it. Huh?
Bran didn't come back from the dead. John came back from the dead.
Bran came back from being just the cripple, like you said.
You gave your spell.
He has the best story.
Let me give my spell.
Alright, go ahead.
You build this whole storyline of John and how he's a natural born leader, and just to tear him apart and send him off to the wall. To me, his whole storyline, season after season after season, was a waste.
Well, I wouldn't say tear him up because he didn't get sent to the wall. You saw how he ended. He ended with the free folk. They kept telling him, even when he met them, they kept insinuating, John, you belong with us. You're a free folk with us. And he was kind of like, yo.
No, he is the heir to the throne.
Nah, he's a free man.
He's
like, honestly, all the Starks portray, I guess, elements of freedom in the way they carried. Like, Arya went off to the nowhere.
Sansa did it.
Sansa was the only one who wanted leadership from the beginning.
But yeah, she wanted the North to be independent.
She was just saying that just so they don't have to be
Queen of the North.
No, she's just saying they're an independent nation. They're not a part of the 7 realms anymore. It's just 6 realms now.
She got what she wanted in the end.
I'm not gonna say I never trusted Sansa. I just never liked Sansa. Yeah,
never liked her.
From when she snitched on homeboy from season 1, but I ended up putting Arya on the dark path that started her.
I was fine with how everything was until John got sent to the wall.
No. Like I said, he didn't get sent to the wall. His brother
got sent to the wall.
But his brother
that was his punishment.
Listen
like,
to
why
me.
is there still a night watch? What?
His brother, Bran, knew that's where Homeboy was. I never remember Free Folks' name.
But that's not why he got sent to the wall.
Okay. I mean, if that's what you want, I'm pretty sure it is.
They said it. It was the only way that he wasn't going to die.
I get that, but like someone said, that was then Solid end up leaving afterwards. So why does that even matter?
Bran said, well, that's a loophole that could be said. But they said they sent him there because other people wanted him to die, and this was his way to live, but still be exiled from everybody else.
I get it.
Plus, they're like, well, why is there even a wall anyways? But well, we need somewhere to send men to be punished.
They said that, but I'm telling you, it's a ruse on words. Like, they also knew that that's where Homeboy said that he would be waiting for John at Castle Black. He said that. He said, we in the wild folk will be at Castle Black until we leave.
He didn't say I'm waiting on you.
He knew John wasn't gonna die after all that.
But he didn't say I'm waiting on you like he knew that's where John
I'm trying
was
to
going
tell you,
end up.
he would. As soon
That's
as
your
John came,
prediction.
as soon as John came, they left.
That's your prediction.
As soon as John showed up, they left and went to
You
the
don't know
forest.
if they were just going out to explore and find somewhere for the kids and the women and the families to live and then come back to the wall.
He's going with them, and that's why I don't think his ending's bad.
Just
If we want to talk about bad endings, I want to talk about, like I said, not getting
Just
the
say that's your
justice of Jamie. It's not. I mean, the story's over. It's not going to go. They're not going further.
That's your prediction of why it ended the way it is. That's not facts.
I'm not going to get too into this. I'm just saying John's ending isn't as bad as Arya going off in the middle of nowhere. And,
See, to me that was fitting.
And Brienne writing, as the internet said, rewriting Jamie's Wikipedia page.
That was a joke.
I don't understand the glory in those types of endings.
Brienne's
John's
was
is
a joke.
when he don't want
Arya's
it.
to me was fitting because it's
built
like
her up
she
to
has
be-
nothing else to fight for here. There's peace in King's Landing in the north and all the nations, the Six Kingdoms. There's
I
peace in
don't
the
know
Six
what she was
Kingdoms.
fighting for.
There's nothing else to fight for. All the people on her list. That's what she was fighting for. Revenge for her family and all the people
I
on
guess
her
everyone on
list.
our list did.
Now that everything,
She didn't get them all though.
now that everything is at peace, she's going to explore other parts of the world. She's not a
the map.
girl that settles. That's what she
I mean,
told
no, that's like I was saying earlier. That's the
Say
start.
adventure?
That's the start brand period. I don't think none of them settled. They're all adventurous.
Bran is king of King's Landing. He settled.
He went
Sansa.
over the wall with a Hordor and a wildling. No, he's adventurous.
I'm talking about now. He's settled. He is settled in King's Landing.
When you have superpowers to see the future and the
And now
past,
he's
that's not
not
really
going
settled.
anywhere. Sansa is Queen of the North. She's not going anywhere.
Okay, anyways. I think that it ended poorly. I mean, majority of us think that like Bree said, there's loopholes. There's character arcs that pretty much rose and then plummeted.
John.
Jamie's a really good one too. They built this whole redemption story for Jamie, and he redeemed nothing. Tyrion,
We knew Jamie was dead the minute he pushed Bran.
forever hand. I guess he's always gonna be the forever number 2.
I knew Tyrion was gonna die.
No one. I'm not saying Tyrion. I'm saying he's always gonna be the hand. Like he's always gonna be a number 2 spot till he dies. That's kind of a good and bad thing
That was like one of the main
at the same
reasons.
time. Let's see.
He betrayed Dany, and so it's like
Dany was very well about to kill him.
Yeah, I think that was the best. I think that was the best. That was my favorite scene in the finale. It was like there's metal downstairs.
Because it was all nice and dandy, but Tyrion's low-key the one who told Jon to kill her. Like
But I
he
thought,
said it, Jon, you know what you gotta do. Go do it.
I thought maybe.
I wish I had listened to Beers.
I thought she was going to try to execute him, and then we were going to find out that he was Targaryen.
You never, the story. No one was gonna predict how the story went. It went 2 left, and I don't want to watch any prequels. I really don't have to rewatch any more of the show. I'm kind of just.
There's a documentary.
I don't know what I wanted. I guess is the better thing is like, what do we want? Well, Bri wanted Jon to be happily ever after. She's made that clear. I don't know. I guess I just wanted more clarity, or more, I guess, explanation on stuff like the Night King, why he was there, what was his purpose, why did he get defeated so easily?
That's true.
What is the true ending, trappiness ending for all the 6 realms and then independent Winterfell? Like, it's so many questions. Where is Arya going to the mapless places? Like, it's.
There are spin-off shows coming, but apparently none of the characters.
So they're all prequels. So they have
No, it's
nothing.
only one prequel.
How many shows are coming? I'm not watching any of them. My Game of Thrones days are officially over. But hey, it was a wild ride.
There is a documentary coming out if people want to know like behind the scenes stuff of like characters and how they got to where they are, even like the real actors and stuff.
Have a blast.
I'll watch it.
I'm not interested.
Watch it. And then yeah, it's like I said, it was a prequel coming out. It's kind of like how this whole world started in the first place. The whole Game of Thrones world.
Yep. I'm good. No book reading, none of that. But yeah. I hope they win whatever award. I don't know if they even win awards for this one though, because overall, I want to say a majority of the, I guess, consensus is only 2 out of the 6 episodes were decent, and I'm honestly saying similar. One.
People said there was like too much sitting around in the castle.
Too much. That was the first couple episodes. Too much sitting around. The 3rd episode was death in darkness. The 4th episode was sitting around again because all the death and darkness. And then the 5th episode was Mad Queen, which everyone jaws dropped. And then episode 6 was a whole bunch of questions unanswered. So the whole season, if we were to rank the season, I would put it. My favorite season is probably whatever, anyone but this. And season 1, I guess. I didn't like season 1 because Ned head chop off still affects
Pisses me off to this day.
But that was that's probably Ned head chop off probably done. Because I'm not, Red Wedding was crazy, but it's not. It's probably because we didn't watch it live. But anyways, that's our spill on Game of Thrones. Hope you guys, let us know your spill. Now let's get into things.
Another ending.
Let's see.
NBA Eastern Conference, Western Conference Finals have ended, and now we officially have the 2 teams that are going to the NBA Finals. Warriors.
Who swept the Blazers, unfortunately.
And Raptors.
Who didn't sweep. No, actually,
series.
Sorry. They low-key did
Backwards
reverse sweep. They did a reverse sweep, which is a thing. They reverse swept, actually.
Milwaukee won the first 2 games, and then
they won
Toronto
4 in a row.
won 4 in a row.
Now, they were grueling games. They weren't as... Well, no, I guess... See, the Blazers... Let's say the Blazers... Watching those games, the Blazers were up... In 2 of the games, Blazers was up by 20 and a half. But as I said, even on this podcast, being up by 20 on the Warriors really doesn't mean much. You need to be up by 30 or 40, which 40 is at that point the game's over. Being up by 30 or 40, because if not, they're going to shoot them out. And sure enough, there were 2 games. They were up by 20 or more. Huh? What?
You're talking about prediction for the finals, or are you talking about
No, I was talking about when the
Bucks?
No, not the Bucks. I was saying the blowout games.
Yeah, you said against the Warriors.
Right, I was talking about the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers against them, and they were up against
you were just talking about Toronto. So confusing.
No, I was talking about Trailblazers. But they were up on the Warriors. They still got blown out. As far as
the series isn't worth talking
I was like, yeah. So that was it. The Warriors, you got to be up on them by 30 or more.
Blazers
as far as the Milwaukee and
that was the
Bucks,
series.
the Milwaukee Bucks and Toronto, what Bri thought the Bucks were gonna pull it off. I told her Toronto was
I didn't
about
think
that
it was
stuff.
gonna be an easy series. I was just rooting for
It
the Bucks.
wasn't. It was
I like Giannis.
They were mostly tied up. Like most of the time, they didn't have any more than a 10 to 13 point lead on each
But
other.
I said throughout the whole playoffs, honestly, they're still a young team. I said the Bucks and Philly are 2 young teams that I think have potential to take over the East. I think they are the future of the East.
Which they are.
NBA, but they're still young and still growing. Into
Experience.
Exactly.
As Bri pointed out
When
to
you
me,
still have all these
Giannis
veterans
walked off.
in the NBA who are like playoff mode is just a totally different level.
That's what I said, man.
And Kawhi is a totally different level.
It's just not. It's not just Kawhi, Danny Green.
I didn't realize how stacked Toronto was.
I'm about to say
Marc
Gasol, Serge
Ibaka.
Ibaka. They have a
other.
stack. They have people who've been to the playoffs, been to the finals, gotten things. I mean, Danny Green and Kawhi have gotten it done. They've been champions. So it's like the experience. Bri showed me a video where Giannis kind of walked off. Like asked me, it's a really simple question, but the experience does help out when it comes to these long run games versus the talent. Like it really helps out for real.
I'm torn.
So yeah, this
I'm a huge Steph Curry fan. I've been a fan of him since he was I don't know. I was a former journalist, so I like stories, and I just feel like Toronto and Kawhi have a really good story. And if they win this year, I don't know. I'm kind of going for the underdog, even though I am a special
First
fan.
NBA Finals appearance
Ever
in franchise history.
First year that Kawhi's with the Toronto Raptors, and he could possibly win it all. Like,
Showing
that's
he's
just,
a boss.
That's just a good story.
It's
How can you not go for them?
it
But on the other
shows-
hand, I'm a Steph Curry fan.
I mean, also a tragic story too. Because some, like we said, we talked about how it's
Tragic.
also. I mean, it's almost the same story as the old Warriors, where the Raptors were building this perfect team. And they literally moved
So
one
you mean
piece.
tragic for DeMar?
Yeah, well, DeMar and the Raptors coach who was there building the team too, because they got rid of both of them. They got
I
rid
was
of
pop-
DeMar
I'd be pissed, too.
and the coach, and now their team is in the finals. Like it's
could
a good
possibly
story
win.
and it's a heartbreaking story. It's similar to the Mark Jackson story that I've seen with the
A
Warriors.
good story.
When Steve Kerr was put there
and
and
took over.
and they won the championship literally the next
And
year
now
after.
they've been 5 times.
They've been, gosh, oh boy.
And they could three-peat, which is a good story too, but it's not as good of a story as Toronto.
We also have to recognize that all this is possible thanks to LA Bron, unfortunately. It's an unfortunate and fortunate thing because the East was finally able to breathe.
If I'm DeMar DeRozan, I would say that's my argument too.
The East was finally able to
But
breathe.
with DeMar,
Yeah, that's true.
Toronto have gotten it done against the Bucks the way that Kawhi's Toronto.
Kawhi had 27-17 in like 8 last night. So that's 27-17, 17.
But LeBron leaving the East did make a huge difference.
Yeah, it relieved the pressure to let new talent form, and I don't know, it did make this NBA Finals a lot different than what we've seen.
For the first
I mean, let's just
time.
say, who wasn't tired to see Steph Curry versus LeBron? Like that was literally the last 5 finals.
And honestly, that's why everyone thought that this NBA season or
last
NBA
four.
playoffs would be so boring because LeBron's not in it, which actually has been a lot more
A lot more exciting.
Yeah.
The only thing that was pretty bad was that Blazers sweep, and I'm trying to tell you,
Yeah.
there were 2 games they were up by 20, so it was just.
Now we're
It was
talking
really because
about-
Damian Lillard wasn't scoring.
Now we're
Homeboy
talking
didn't
about-
come to that series, but he said he might have been injured. I ain't trying to. I mean, they said the same thing about James. James had the big old Kobe design. Never mind, that's different. Anyways, we're looking. If we're putting predictions, I'm going to say maybe the Warriors and. I would like this to go all 7 games, so I would say 6 or 7.
Well, first of all, they don't have home court advantage. Toronto has
They don't have home
is a higher
court.
seed.
They don't have KD.
I was about to say Warriors with or without KD or with or without DeMarcus Cousins.
And the Raptors beat them 2 times. They played
only
them
played
twice in the
twice.
regular season, and they beat them both times.
One of them was without Kawhi.
And one of them was, you told me one of them was with KD.
The
and
first
one of them was without.
the first time they played in November, Steph was hurt. Steph, Draymond, and DeMarcus Cousins all didn't play. So it was really just the KD show, KD versus Kawhi. And that was actually a close game that went to overtime. They won by like 2 points. But in December, Kawhi was out and all the Warriors were healthy. And Toronto blew them out.
Now, I will say this. One difference that everyone always mentions when it comes to these playoffs is the fact that the Warriors did sweep the Blazers, so they've been chilling. They just took their 6 games, so maybe.
But what could hurt them is that
They've
the
been
game
out of
is
stand
not-
and playing.
the
That
game-
always
And the
hurts.
game is not for another week, so now
They're gonna be
Toronto
off.
is about to have a time off. They're
On top
chilling.
of being a little bit more in rhythm.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
So-
always something to factor in. And KD's still not confirmed back, but they have said
They're
that
saying-
DeMarcus Cousins might
DeMarcus Cousins probably will come
roll
back.
up through.
They said KD may play his last Warrior game.
Possibly. There are the
I hope not.
fueling the rumors of the.
I
trade
hope
stuff
not. I
that's
hope
happening.
KD plays, so if Toronto does win, there's no excuses of like, oh, well, the Warriors not full, KD got hurt, blah, blah,
And
blah.
that's how Bri feared that they were going to have a problem with the Blazers. I was like, nah, they don't really need
I
KD
did. I
as
was scared. I was
much. They'll be fine. And sure enough, they played like they didn't even have KD this year. Which is surprising because when KD is playing, they play like they don't know how to play. That is scary. So
So
maybe
you have the Warriors in 7.
I think it's going to go. I want to believe in Kawhi, but I just don't think they have. Once again, you have to be able the ability to shoot. You have to have shooters on the squad, and I didn't see no good. I saw Marcus shoot. Kawhi can shoot when he wants. Danny he's been cold. Danny was
so
cold.
Kyle Lowry.
Who else? There was a couple other guards. I'm thinking shooters. When it comes to Warriors, you gotta have shooters on deck, and that's when I'm thinking long term. Now, unless Steph gets hurt, Clay gets hurt, unless their shooters are out. That's what I'm saying. Unless their shooters are out, it's probably still gonna go to the Warriors. Because Toronto's gonna bang in the paint, but they're not gonna run big because the Warriors don't run big.
I say Warriors in 6 or Toronto in 7.
Oh, if they're taking the 7, maybe that would show that they have the grit to get it done.
And they'll be in Toronto.
But it wouldn't be. If it went to Toronto, I agree. It wouldn't be any less than 7. Like it would probably Warriors are gonna.
Warriors in 6 or Toronto in 7.
So yeah, I agree with that.
Now back to KD. Do you think he's gonna leave this offseason? Free agency is coming up.
I just feel like I don't know. There's all these crazy rumors about the Knicks, but now the Knicks are now the 3rd pick, and they're not getting. They were 3rd or 2nd.
They're not getting first pick, so
they're not getting first. And now that, I think that all the rumors that everyone going flooding the Knicks was like, oh my, I guess hopes of getting Zion. But what's another team that has an open? KD, if he does leave, is going to be at a place where they have an opening space for a superstar, where he can be.
If KD does leave, going to the Eastern Conference would be best for him because of the competition. Like he could be the LeBron of the Eastern Conference back when LeBron was in the Eastern Conference.
Even though the rumors are he's probably trying to get on a team with Kyrie or whatever. That's why I'm like everyone trying to go to the Knicks.
That's New York.
I think KD's going to leave. But I was like, I mean, this will be 2, 3. He's on the team 2 years. Be his ring. He's gotten his rings.
2000.
He's gotten the championship experience.
Since 2016.
You know, he had the hate that went along with it for him leaving OKC and all that stuff. He's dealt through that. He's been over it. Like maybe I don't think he's going to retire in Golden State. So yeah, he's probably. I don't see why he wouldn't leave. The beginning of the year, him and Draymond was having their little spat. Pretty much about the trade stuff.
I think the Warriors themselves have moved on from KD and they're focusing on right now just keeping Clay because Clay is a free agent this summer.
Even though Clay keeps expressing, I'm staying, but you can say KD kept saying. He kept saying he was staying too. At OKC.
I think Clay is saying that because he knows KD is leaving. I think if KD were to stay, Clay was definitely going to leave because he was definitely in talks with the Lakers. I think what also changed is Luke Walton getting fired because he was close to Luke Walton and working out with him last summer. Which is why people thought he was going to the Lakers. But I think he thought KD was staying.
Speaking of the Lakers, the rumor that we brought up the whole Magic Johnson thing on here from another podcast we had heard, but Magic Johnson came out and confirmed everything that it was, I guess, this executive disrespect. Executive disrespect going on in him as president, so he had to get up out of there.
One more thing about Toronto that I'm kind of going for. They have a black president.
The one NBA team that's not in the United States.
Yeah.
Look at there.
Kind of ready for him. But anyways, back to Magic Johnson.
But yeah, Magic, he was definitely getting the disrespect, so he said he wanted to get up out there and have some fun with his life instead of getting the little sub messages CC to him.
I'm really glad Ty Lue didn't get.
Yeah, the Lakers is in a shambles right now.
Press conference?
I'm not.
No, the new coach. So he's the former Indiana Pacers guy that put it against Miami. They did a press conference and one of the questions, he did a press conference with the
Aladdin.
The new coach, former Indiana coach?
No, I think that was recent. Yes.
No. They did a press conference with him and they asked the owner in front of him, like, no disrespect to like who you chose or whatever, but you only interviewed 2 people. Like, how do you feel settling for what you got, knowing that like you passed up on Tyler, like the negotiations for it? Basically, like just completely disrespecting this man right in front of his face during the interview.
I guess I'll give it a watch.
It's so disrespectful.
I mean, I should keep up my
So
team, but I've given up with all their choice making. So I'm giving up with all their choice making since I guess they gave Kobe that two-year contract for $50 million.
Last question, and then we can go out the NBA.
No, I'm ready to go.
Is Kawhi staying with Toronto? Because to me, the way he's taking them to the finals, I think he's a bigger free agent target than KD now.
I mean, they've always been honestly on par to me. They're both MVPs. They're both now NBA champions. They both kind of fill that same superstar role. And they're, like you said, they're both free agents. So no, they're gonna be both teams. I mean, the crazy thing would also be they've got on the team together. Like bump a KD and a Kyrie, put a Kawhi and a KD on the team.
Kyrie don't go together to me.
Huh?
KD and Kyrie just don't go together.
I mean, I'm thinking position-wise, and you know basketball, you do know about basketball. Position-wise, KD's a easy 3/3/4, and Kyrie's a 1-2. Like they should go together, right? Why don't they?
But the thing is, we knew Kawhi wasn't having friends who stayed in Toronto. He wasn't happy that he got there, but now you had no plans to be with him first.
I just feel like he did have places he wanted, like you said, he had places he wanted to go as well.
It was Lakers before LeBron got there.
Right. I think it was Lakers and maybe New Orleans, I think, as well. Was the Clippers? You're right, I think he was one of those to California. But also, that's another thing to think about. Some people might be trying to just get to New Orleans now that they have the #1 pick. Like, yeah, like, people are trying to
I guess that's
win.
another question. Will AD stay now? But AD's not free though.
Nah, he has one more year on his contract.
So he has no.
Yeah. Off the NBA though, let's talk about movies. So me and Bri recently saw a movie, and it's a remake of.
I remember.
So okay, let's just.
How can I bring that?
So Disney is doing this rebrand thing where they're pretty much remaking all their old animated movies into real life adaptations. And they started with Jungle Book, I believe. They scheduled Lion King. They told us about Lion King years ago, but that's coming out this summer. And they recently just released Aladdin, which we saw premiere this Friday. And I'm not gonna lie, it was for one of the, I guess the redos. It was actually really cool.
I like
as far as
the
the
performance.
But so yeah, Will Smith was recast as Genie. He took over
I didn't think
Robin
he would do
Williams'
that well.
performance. A lot of people kind of like
We
Robin
were kinda
Williams played
iffy.
that Genie so well in the
Yeah.
first movie. It was kind of hard to really like. But honestly, Will Smith's such a great comedian. He has very, just as high
But his
accolades.
movies lately just haven't been good. Like
Yeah.
Will Smith's kind of had over the last few years.
Yeah.
But his performance in Aladdin to me was the best part of the movie.
It was Will got to be Will. It was the
Yes.
Genie's hilarious. The Genie's
Yes.
charismatic. The Genie's, it's the Genie. It really was Will. I was skeptical at first, and I'm a big Will Smith fan, but he did do it. He did the thing. It was
Best part of the movie.
I mean, they put him at the beginning of the credits over the lead and the lead actress and actor, which is he's the
Like
biggest,
Aladdin.
the biggest.
The movie's called Aladdin. Aladdin should be like the lead.
Should be number one. Will Smith and Genie was number one. I mean,
Will Smith has better
when we
performance.
rewatched the Aladdin, was Robin Williams and Genie number one? That would actually be that might be funny because maybe Genie is the center of all this movie. I don't know.
But
That is the way they wrote this.
Like Will Smith didn't come in until like so much later in the movie. Like I feel like so much of the movie.
Well, no, it started the movie with him. He's the one telling the story, which is different. Exactly. That's how they tie it all together. So
Okay, don't give that away. That's a spoiler.
what?
No, you can say that
Yeah.
it started with him, but you
So
don't
yeah,
want to go
it started
back to,
with Will Smith. Yeah, that's not a
why-
spoiler. It clearly starts with him. If
Yeah.
you don't see it, it starts with him.
Yes.
But it starts with Genie.
But remember that scene when you go watch it. Remember the beginning.
Yeah. Remember the beginning. With Willie Will. But
And then he tells the story of Aladdin.
right, which is let's say I guess for the most part, let's do we're gonna assume that everyone here has either seen the original Aladdin
The cartoon.
and this movie as well. And then I guess we can do a compare and contrast about the subtle. It's really not, for the most part, the story follows the exact same arc as the animation. Me and Bri rewatched the movie.
Falls in love with a princess.
Yep,
He wishes to
Jasmine.
become a prince.
Jasmine's she's a rough tough-em. She likes to speak her mind, and that's just how she is.
Which I didn't realize how much she did in the cartoon, but
But she does. But
one
it's subtle.
thing-
It's very
subtle. One thing we didn't like about the movie was it was very, very Me Too.
It was. It
Like,
had a very
obviously,
feminist,
Me Too.
I guess, type of vibe. But
Yeah.
we understood why. It was kind of like how people felt about that scene in the Avengers movie where it was all the females. It was like it was too forced. is when you naturally do it.
They made up a song.
That's one thing. Yeah, exactly. When you naturally do it is one thing, but when you're like forcing it, it's like I don't. But maybe you have to. I don't know.
I realized she sang the same song twice.
But like the different parts of it, like meaning.
Yeah.
Essentially, like being a strong, independent
one was
woman.
Like a slow version of it, and then the other one was her angry.
Not being silent. That's what it is.
Getting revenge. Yeah. And it's like okay.
Because they kept trying to like I mean, I want to say in the cartoon they didn't really try. They did try to do the sunning thing. You stay in your place, but it wasn't like they were verbalizing it a lot in this movie, and that's what made her have to be like.
It was very 2019.
Yeah, it was. It because they did. I guess add those parts like separately from the movie. It didn't like it was kind of like it didn't cohesively go with the story.
Yeah.
But other than that, it gave. I mean, we watched Reanimation. Jasmine really didn't have that many scenes, so I wasn't mad because it gave Jasmine a lot more character building and showed her why she was such a toughie. You know, compared to Carefree Aladdin, who was just as carefree in this movie as he was in the cartoon rendition.
2 more things that were different. One, Genie had a love interest.
Yeah, they did give Genie a love interest. They made him essentially a human.
Yeah,
I don't want to spoil anything, but they did.
He's not Genie the whole movie. Like,
yeah, he's like part person, just a magic. I don't know.
Well, he did it to like fit into the palace.
It might also been because Will didn't want to stay blue, or maybe when people first saw him blue, it was an internet outrage. Like, oh, it's kind of like Yo, Sonic just got delayed, everybody, because the internet outrage. That's what internet outrages. It's not Disney. I'm just saying, the internet outrages. Directors respond. They fire directors. They change blue scenes. They do whatever they need to do.
True.
So I think that's why maybe it was either Will or it was them. Because at first I feel like he should have stayed blue. Like Genie's blue, but it didn't take too much from it.
He still did a great job.
He did the number, Never Had a Friend Like Me. He did his own like rendition of it, which I'm not gonna give away, but it's the original song, and then Will put like a Will flair on it. Anyone who listened to Will Smith's old music, which oh my god, he tries to go back. I swear, but it was fun. It was great. It was real 90s. Because that's really what these redos are about, is bringing back old times into the new times.
Last one, big difference.
There was a lot of big difference.
But the 3 biggest.
Jafar was whack.
His whole storyline was just like not aligned.
It was
with the cartoon.
So the question that I have to ask is, which Jafar do you prefer?
The cartoon.
Yeah, I prefer the cartoon too. The realistic Jafar, it's kind of like what me and Bri were saying with Jasmine. They had to give him more background in building, because this is a movie that's supposed to be, I guess, full versus a cartoon, which you can really just say this is how it is. So they try to give him more background, but in the process, they made him like this crazy. He didn't seem powerful. He seemed like he was always insecure. Number 2, an insecure number 2.
Yeah,
that's what he seemed like, and that's not how the Jafar in the
cartoon was
more
magical,
charismatic. He's strong. He was conniving and shifty.
Like evil magic.
Yeah, like you.
This guy was just very insecure and just trying to greedy for power.
But it also made me, because they did change the Sultan to the Sultan's goofy in the cartoon, and in this one he's all serious and old and wise. I don't know. I didn't without even saying it or thinking about it. We said the Jafar was really, it threw me off. Rewatching it, I liked the villain that Jafar was in the cartoon. That's something I didn't like him, but I like that. He's a villain. You're not supposed to like him. This guy, you just want to laugh at. He was a funny Jafar. It was almost, I hate that. Number 2. Wow. It was hilarious. But he did snipe Aladdin with that thievery. It was kind of cool. I don't know. Sheets and stuff. Man, y'all see it.
It's worth going to see.
Most definitely. I haven't seen the real Jungle Book yet, just to be honest. Bri's seen it. She enjoyed it, but I don't think she's seen the cartoon yet. We got to do the flip-flops on that. This to really see what direction Disney's going in. I mean, we'll know. Lion King comes out this month, correct?
June.
So, next month.
Still May.
So we'll know, because that's a full animal. That's gonna be
next movie is X-Men.
X-Men. I mean, that's gonna be really not. You're right. That's Disney too. Disney owns everything.
That's Disney
people.
too. Oh, that is Disney.
Yeah, they own it all. Did we talk about how they bought Hulu? They took everything. Guys.
Yeah.
Anyways,
okay.
let's get off this. Anyways, yeah. Aladdin, like Bri said, if you're a fan of the original, and if you're just a fan of Disney, definitely go see the movie. It is songy. There are songs.
Oh my god.
But there's some good songs. Like I said, they're mostly remakes of the old songs with like do different lyrics. They do change parts of the sequencing of the movie. It's like it's definitely not it follows a similar story, but it does change a lot. Whereas it's like that didn't happen in the movie. Me and Bri were literally like, that didn't happen. But hey, you kind of got to do that. That's why I got to watch Jungle Book to see how much it's different from there. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed it, if you already seen it, please let us know. If you're going to see it, let us know. Let us know who you got in the NBA Finals. You got the Warriors, you got Toronto. You want to see someone new, or do you want to see the same old, and get a three-peat in the joint? And then Game of Thrones. Y'all can tell us how y'all hated it, because most of the people, I've seen paragraphs on Facebook.
He's saying wrap it up.
Yeah. Baby saying wrap it up. We're going to have a baby video coming up soon, you guys. That's probably what we're going to do next. Since game, ended all these things. And then NBA Finals, movies, all that stuff. So we'll see you guys later. Peace. Have a nice day. Happy Memorial Day. Be safe out here in the streets. MomoCon was great. Joker, I'm doing great. I was in the tournament. I did awesome.